when I first started trying to meditate, my very first time ever, I went to this college meditation group when I was an undergraduate. And I sat with them for 20 minutes, and they were doing traditional meditation where you actually sit with a posture. There's no music, there's only silence, you just breathe. And I felt like I was crawling out of my skin. I could not imagine that 20 minutes would feel like 3 hours. I had to get out of there. I couldn't handle it. And I always felt attracted to meditation, but then I would try it, and then I'd have that crawling out of my skin feeling again, and then I wouldn't want to do it. So here's what I do now instead. I create stillness in my life. And I think that's a very different practice than necessarily meditation. As it happens, I also now meditate, and I actually now do the formal sitting with the shoulders back and all of that stuff. But for me, I just didn't find in my experience that I could go straight into that style of meditation. I needed a vehicle to get there. And my vehicle to get there was creating stillness in my life. So a few years later, I was in graduate school, and I decided that I would sit and I would quietly stare at a wall while music was playing and a candle was flickering, and the lights were out except for this candle. And it was just so peaceful. It just quieted my body. I needed a space that had no agenda, that was about not doing anything. And now I actually think that everyone needs this space. We are a culture that is so to-do listed out, and this relates to commitment in a big way. It's like commitment can be so overwhelming sometimes because there's no space to just sit within the process of what it is you're creating. I think part of the fun of creating something new in your life, whether you're actually going after something tangible like making more money or a job, or you're just wanting to transform something internally like be more connected to you, or just feel more joy or more fulfillment, whatever it is you're wanting to shift or transform, the journey along the way is part of the fun. Being in the trenches, meeting those moments that are challenging, and then also making space for joy and for having fun along the way. And it feels fun to learn something new if you really sink into that and get quiet with it. So your invitation is to create whatever would be a stillness practice just for you. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It does not need to have a meditation cushion. And I've already had one person tell me that they think I'm totally wrong about that, and that, formal meditation's the way to go about it. And I respect that position, and I disagree with that position. I think that if you're creating 5 minutes of stillness in your life, where you can just breathe and be with who you are, that's all you need. So the challenge is then to start now. Not to wait until it feels right. This is courage right here, diving in. Even if it feels uncomfortable or there's resistance, right now, create some stillness in your life.